Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hello everyone, checking in on SPY, IWM, and QQQ on the daily and weekly time frame. So SPY back tested and rejected from the daily middle Bollinger Band resistance of 242.69 on Friday. We formed an inside bar with a tightening range, no surprise there as there was such a wide range on Thursday. Reminder, this coming week we've got a half day Monday, no trading Tuesday, so a shortened week, and weekly options will expire sooner and there'll be faster time decay, so I'll need to keep all that in mind. So what we're looking at on Monday is going to be the range of 241.57 support, 242.71 resistance. We'll see which way we break from this inside bar. We saw a lot of sell-off Friday at the end of the day. The last 20 minutes, we pretty much went from the high of the day down close to the low of the day with a pretty epic sell-off. So that was the end of the quarter. A little bit of window dressing going on in terms of money shifting around, seeing money leave the tech sector, go to the financial sector, seeing the energy sector with a nice bounce throughout the week, but anticipating the energy sector to begin to set another lower high, as that has been the longer-term pattern that we have been in. So it'll be very interesting to watch this 50-day moving average support, which held the low of the pullback, and of course the low of Thursday is going to be very important to us, of 239.96, because if we do lose that level, the bears affirm to us that they do have some solid control, which they have been showing over the past week. So the weekly time frame for SPY is still very much in control of the bulls, so it's always important to check these multiple time frames to keep ourselves in check in terms of perspective. So the bulls are absolutely in control longer term. Exponential supports are holding, and it would require a loss of exponential supports, step number 1, and middle Bollinger Band, step number 2, in order for this weekly trend to begin changing. But this middle Bollinger Band is going to be in the 238s this coming week, and we are still multiple dollars above that level, so not entirely at risk at this point. IWM still strong, but a bit of a lower high formed here as well. So the all-time high 142.90, lower high 142.35, and now we're consolidating, and the bulls are trying to see, they would love to see a cup and handle pattern. The psychology is technically there with our lower high and now consolidating in a potential handle. The middle Bollinger Band daily support is going to be 140.55, and we'll see if the bulls can buy this dip and head back up towards that key resistance where we did see a bit of a double top. The Bollinger Bands are now topping, or they're leveling out and beginning to ascend to create more room back to the upside. So IWM is the strongest of these three because of the lack of exposure to the tech sector, which has been hurting QQQ and SPY recently. And we see IWM here on the weekly time frame, definitely struggling with the upper Bollinger Band on the weekly, but maintaining exponential support on the weekly, so keeping those bulls in control. QQQ on the daily time frame, we're seeing this weakness due to the tech sector holdings. We confirm the bearish reversal head and shoulders pattern by breaking through the support down here of 137.12. So we have our lower high and lower low after that break, and we're seeing a back test and a rejection from the 50-day from exponential resistance. It's an inside bar to be watching as well. In the inside bar, we're going to be looking at 137.19 support and 138.67 resistance. So the key support here is down at 136.25, the low of Thursday as well. And if we break that level, we're going to be looking down at 135.50, and then there's a bunch of gaps down here from back in April. So seeing the shift in the tech sector is leading to the shift in QQQ as well. The weekly time frame, we're seeing the most weakness that we've seen since the election. Look at the volume behind this move. That is significant volume, and it is favoring the bears. We have a bearish MACD cross. We're close to a bearish TCG cross, and the middle Bollinger Band support on the weekly time frame is going to be just above 135 this coming week. We'll see if that comes into play if the bears do still stay in control. Gap on the weekly at 132.52. That's a potential target for the bears to keep in mind if we do see further weakness continue from here. So that's what we got heading into this shortened holiday week. I hope you had a good weekend, and we'll continue to check in as always.